Hey, Taylor, it's Aaron Tippin. How you doing?
Hello, Aaron. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Just groovy.
Can you hear me all right?
I got you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. You were on with
Good.
y'all 106.7. I'm talking to singer, songwriter, and just all around proud American, Mr. Aaron Tippin. How we feeling?
Wow, my head's too big to fit my hat now. Thank you, young lady.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Heck, man, I'm just out here fixing to fire up my smoker. We got some friends coming over tonight, and my passion is my latest passion, I guess I should say, is smoking meat. And boy, I enjoy it and I love it. And so I'm out here right now firing up my little smoker.
Oh, yeah. What you smoking?
Well, I do a pretty mean pizza. I smoke a pizza, and we're gonna smoke some corn and meatloaf.
Well, look at you. I'm coming over to your house tonight for dinner. I know where to find the best food in Nashville now.
Come on.
That is awesome. So you live in Nashville, right?
Well, we live outside of town, close a little town called Smithville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
We're east of town, about 60 miles, and got a little house up on the lake here where we live, and that's our residing spot.
Oh, that's incredible. I was at Old Hickory Lake all weekend. That's my favorite thing to do. So
Yeah, we're on Center Hills, a little further out of town, but yep, it's the same thing, man. We like being around here and enjoy watching everybody on the lake having fun.
yeah, well, you got a big show coming up next week at the Ryman, the Mother Church. I'm talking about the Roots and Boots tour, which is yourself, obviously, Aaron Tippin, Sammy Kershaw, and Colin Ray. So how long have you been doing this with those other guys?
Oh, man, we've been doing it forever. I'm telling you, it's the tour that never ends, which I'm very proud of because, man, it's just a great opportunity to hang out with a couple of my old buddies, Colin and Sammy. And on top of that, it's just to bring back these old great songs of the 90s, man. And we're proud to get to do it. I mean, it's a blessing and a pleasure, and we're just thankful to be out there every night. And, yeah, finally, we're bringing it to Nashville.
Music City, baby. I mean, and it's so cool. Because we've seen, like this resurgence of, 90s country, the popularity of it, which is why we play only 80s, 90s, and early 2000s on our station because, it's just such an iconic, great era. And so I'm not surprised that this tour has been going on as long as it has because people love it.
Well, you're exactly right. They show up in droves for this thing. I mean, we're blessed to have had the opportunity for it to come together. It's kind of a Sammy brainchild idea, and it was really a great idea. I'm telling you, it's one that's just lasted so long, and it just thrills me to get the chance to be out here on it and have a good time. Mm-hmm. I tell you, man, I think folks love it so much because, it's just hit after hit after hit. Sammy does his hits. I do my hit. Colin does his hits. Man, it's awesome. And I think if anybody wants to see a great show and at the Opry, at the old Opry, mm-hmm. Man, you need to come check us out because I tell you what, we are going to have a great time. We do every night all over the country. We've taken this show, and man, I hope everybody shows up for it.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a packed house. I mean, clearly you guys are like the voices that define, that era of music. And to see you all interact together, sharing stories, I'm sure it's incredible. So that is at the Ryman Auditorium Wednesday, July 31st. You can still get your tickets if you do not have them already. But I want to talk about your music really quick. It's so hard to pick a favorite. What is your favorite, though?
Oh, man. Shoot, out of mine, it's an old song. I don't even get to do it in the show because it is so hit packed. I don't get to do one. My favorite Aaron Tippin song is one that Thea and I wrote. My wife Thea, who also wrote "Kiss This" with me, we wrote with me and her wrote one after my dad passed away. It's called "He Believed," and that's my favorite Aaron Tippin song.
I would love for you to play that, but I know that it's like, you have to play, you know, the hits that everyone wants to hear, but sometimes those are the most special songs, you know, or the healing ones or the most vulnerable ones. And the fact that you wrote it with your wife about your father, I'm sure that is very, very special to you.
It is very special to me, and buddy, we're proud of that. When we're doing the band shows by ourselves, I get the chance to do that. When I just wanted it just you know, you listen to most of my music, that's songs that I wrote about my dad or co-wrote about my dad, and so you know it's just it's the one song that kind of puts the icing on the cake about my old man. But hey, man, you know, I know everybody wants to hear the hits they heard in the 90s. That's what this is all about, is reliving those great days of country music in the 90s.
Amen. And I bet it never gets old, though, hearing people sing your songs back to you, huh? There just might be a lot more phones in the audience now.
That is exactly right, because, you know, I mean, I just, that thrills me nowadays. You know, being from the 90s, I heard myself sing on the radio a bunch. And, man, that ain't half the thrill of looking out there in the audience and watching somebody sing a song that you wrote back to you. It's the greatest honor in the world.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of your wife that you write together, that's awesome. Do you still write together currently?
Oh, yeah, we do. You know, on occasions we get together with some of our other friends and work on a tune. You know, see if we can eke out another hit, and that's the way it goes, man. You just keep at it till you do write another one.
Oh yeah, well you've got your hands full. You're a wine connoisseur. You've got some wine, blueberry wine, and a ready to rock Riesling, and you're also working on a new book. So how do you find time to sleep?
Don't worry, old man knows how to take a nap.
Now, where can your wines be found?
Well, we're partners with Stonehouse Winery in Crossville, Tennessee, and so you can just ride up there and get you a free tasting, as a matter of fact, and check out the Aaron Wine plus their wines. It's a great family-owned operation. You know, we've been with them for several years, and boy, don't we enjoy being with them. They're just great folks, the Ramseys, and man, we always look forward to getting our chance to go up there when we're either racking wine or inoculating wine or racking it from one tank to the other and checking it out, seeing how it's doing, and seeing if we're really going to have another great one. And so it's a lot of fun, and I enjoy being a part of that.
Are you out there stomping grapes barefooted, or?
Believe me, you don't want my old feet no grapes.
Yeah, I know we don't have a lot of time, but you're so interesting, Aaron. There's so much that I want to ask you, so I'm going to try to wrap this up. But I read where you call yourself the luckiest hillbilly to ever live because you've piloted planes with engine failure. You wanted to be a pilot. Were you struck by lightning twice? Like, you're kind of like Evel Knievel. So was piloting a plane, was that your first dream?
Well, yeah, my dad, you know, the Tippins, aviation is kind of our family background. They were flying in Alaska when it was still a territory before it was ever a state of the United States. So aviation and Tippins kind of go in the same sentence. And, you know, so that's how I got the love of it. And, you know, I was a corporate pilot before I got in the music biz and flew corporate aircraft. And I'm also a flight instructor. I'm also a helicopter pilot. I'm multi-engine commercial instrument rated. And like I said, I guess I'm meant to be flying in the front of a airplane, but God had other plans.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that is so cool. That really is. So I had to ask you about that. I'm like, he's a singing pilot. Like that's just crazy. So very cool, very cool. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me, Aaron. It is such an honor to talk to you. Is there anything else that you want to touch on for your fans? What's coming up this year? Anything that you have in store?
Hey, you know, we're going to be out there across America doing the Roots and Boots or doing the Aaron Tippin show. Man, I love for you to come see me. It's been a blessing that I didn't really bet it'd last over a year or so. And look at here, we're on year 35. It's unbelievable. I am the luckiest hillbilly that ever lived.
That's awesome. Hey, you're like a fine wine, you know, you just keep on getting better, like one of them Aaron Tippin wines. So
I'm a girl.
Yeah. And also your song, you know, Where the Stars and Stripes and the Eagle Fly, such an American pride song. I imagine that you still get feedback from people, especially in today's divided world that we're in. It's such a proud American song. So I would imagine that is still a fan favorite, huh?
Well, it really is. Every night we do that song in the show, and it's just one that I think all three of us are just, me, Sam, and Colin's song that we enjoy doing, because it is anytime it's a song about America, the United States, and anybody that takes great pride in that, man, I'm so proud and so happy of that.
Amen. Well, we play the heck out of it on our station on 106.7, so we love it too. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me, Aaron. And if you don't mind, really quick before I let you go, could I get a liner from you? If you just want to say, hey, this is Aaron, you're listening to y'all 106.7, whatever you want to say.
Hey, everybody, this is Aaron Tippin, and you're listening to y'all 106.7.
Crushed it. Thank you so much, Aaron, and I look forward to seeing you next week at the show, and I hope that you enjoy all your food tonight. I'm sure it's going to be real good.
Well, I appreciate it. I do the best I can, and I just enjoy it. I hope one of these days I'll have enough time to do a little competition.
Oh, hey, you should, like a celebrity cook-off or something, or some type of charity cook-off.
Maybe I'll just start my own.
You really should. Well, if you ever want to do that, give us a call. We'd love to help you out.
Okay, good deal. Thank you so much.
All right, Aaron, enjoy your day. I'll talk to you.
See you, baby.